yeah, nigga, yeah. Shit real round here, yeah, nigga, yeah. Shit real round here, If you want it, you can get it, my nigga. Shit real round here, If you want it, you can get it, my nigga. Shit. Look, if you ain't no ask somebody, they'll tell you about me. Nothing fake, nothing flawed, nothing bitch about me. I'm a G, I've been running these streets since a youngin'. Since 14, I've been bugging, slaying heat, ain't nothing. You won't be, say something. You could get it, I ain't tripping. One song, just know you better not let me catch you slipping. Cause whatever we need, I'ma smash you. Broad daylight around the club, I'ma get at you. If you let me tip down on the nigga, you chapter, I guarantee you that it's gonna be a closed casket. I'm about this, what's understood don't need to be explained. For the money or the fame, I was a gangster in the game. I ain't lying when I tell you about me and my background, about me and my lifestyle. I ain't never back down, I ain't never froze up, I ain't never turned state, I ain't never missed when I emptied the clip out the K, nigga. However you want it, nigga, you could get it, cause shit real. It's get it how you live. However you want it, nigga, you could get it, cause shit real. It's get it how you live. However you want it, nigga, you could get it, cause shit real. It's get it how you live. However you want it, nigga, you could get it, cause shit real. It's get it how you live. It's never die, do it, get dead, nothing less. Fuck with the kid, get two to the head, two to the chest. Nigga, I'm the best when it come to this street shit. You got your hands full fucking with me with this beef shit. I be on some all night flight, no sleep shit. Me, my dog, and 2 Ks, fuck that pro-bleep shit. We coming with it, hunting round drumming with it. You running from it, we running with it. You bitch ass niggas ain't fucking with it. I'm out here, head first, ready to go head up. Walking with your head down, bound to get your head bust. Hit the feds, come, I'm off the scene, off the block. I know the bus move when it get hot. Shut down the shop, open up another on the other side of town. Got and I got pounds. Jizzle was a hustler and a head buster all in one. Don't get it twisted, I do this rap shit for fun, you heard? However you want it, nigga, you could get it, cause so I went all the way down to the trap in ATL. Oh yeah, to I let T.I., you know what I'm saying, to see how they do it. Cause I know how we do it in the hood and the N.O. It's street, it's real street. I've been a street nigga my whole life. I was raised in them, wild out, flighted for nights and days in them. Nigga, I played in them, I told the kids in them. In 7th grade, I started trying to get paid in them. If you ain't real, you ain't gonna be safe in them. Bitch niggas get jacked and they hoe get raped with them. I done saw niggas get stabbed and shot dead in them. No reppin', I bust my share heads in them. Leave caught niggas down bad and bust lead in them. The streets getting flaky cause not a feds in them. Putting pressure on busters, getting info from them. Niggas telling it all when it's coming and who from them. Damn, that's fucked up, the streets done changed. These bitch niggas straight poison in the game. But Jizzle can't change the streets, that's me. I live and die by the street rules cause I'm a G. I'm a street nigga, a street nigga. That's what I've been and that's what I'm gon' be, nigga. I'm a street nigga, a straight street nigga. I was taught if I'm a play like a G, nigga. I'm a street nigga, a street nigga. That's what I've been and that's what I'm gon' be, nigga. I'm a street nigga, a straight street nigga. I was taught if I'm a play like a G, nigga.
A nigga thorough as they come, was raised in the gutters in the slum, known as the number runner son, and the dope man nephew who uncle on the run, the candidate grandbaby hustle for the fun. The yeah was sold daily from the dust to the chrome. Like easy in the 80s, nigga stayed in the sun. I swore I never run, so I stayed with a gun. I kept my little 380 with the blade to the sun. All I fit with God, play my card, how it come. I'ma stand like a man till it's all said and done. And that's even if they run niggas, cause I know I run with a clique of wild, misguided, underprivileged young niggas. Give a fuck who you is or where you from, nigga. You can get it, we taking over the city. I was raised in the belly of the beast, to say the least. My role model was doing time, so I learned from the streets.
I'm a street nigga, a street nigga. That's what I've been and that's what I'm gonna be, nigga. I'm a street nigga, a straight street nigga. I was taught if I'm a play like a G, nigga. I'm a street nigga, a street. So I went all the way down to the trap in ATL. Oh yeah, to holler at T.I., you know what I'm saying, to see how they do it. Cause I know how we do it in the hood and the NO. It's street, it's real street. I've been a street nigga my whole life. I was raised in them, yeah. Wild out, flighted for nights and days in them. Nigga, I played in them. I told the kids in them. In 7th grade, I started trying to get paid in them. If you ain't real, you ain't gonna be safe in them. Bitch niggas get jacked and they hoe get raped with them. I done saw niggas get stabbed and shot dead in them. No reppin', I bust my share heads in them. Leave caught niggas down bad and bust lead in them. The streets getting flaky cause not a feds in them. Putting pressure on busters, getting info from them. Niggas telling it all when it's coming and who from them. Damn, that's fucked up. The streets that change. These bitch niggas straight poison in the game. But Jizzle can't change the streets, that's me. I live and die by the street rules cause I'm a G. I'm a street nigga, a street nigga. That's what I've been and that's what I'm gonna be, nigga. I'm a street nigga, a straight street nigga. I was taught if I'm a play like a G, nigga. I'm a street nigga, a street nigga. That's what I've been and that's what I'm gonna be, nigga. I'm a street nigga, a straight street nigga. I was taught if I'm a play like a G,
A nigga thorough as they come, was raised in the gutters in the slum, known as the number runner son, and the dope man nephew who uncle on the run, the candidate grandbaby hustle for the fun. The yay was sold daily from the dust to the chrome, like easy in the 80s, nigga stayed in the sun. I swore I never run, so I stayed with a gun. I kept my little 380 with the blade to the sun. All I fit with God, play my card, how it come. I'ma stand like a man till it's all said and done. And that's even if they run niggas, cause I know I run with a clique of wild, misguided, underprivileged young niggas. Give a fuck who you is or where you from, nigga. You can get it, we taking over the city. I was raised in the belly of the beast, to say the least. My role model was doing time.
Alright. Yeah, I had to find a hat, man. Sorry. Damn, they knocked this motherfucking speaker over. This is like a death trap over here for me. I was over there looking for it. I was just like, I just feel like being weird right now, you know? And my eye was leaking, so I felt like I have to start on these glasses real quick. But y'all wouldn't even notice. Well, so here's all these hats right here. And none of them was like really like, you know, I'm not on the same shit he's on. I'm not a Bronco tip, so you know, that's his thing. Right? I'm not on a football thing. I just do supportive girlfriend shit when, you know, we used to do that, right? Just watch football. And so I was like, let's just find something to throw over this motherfucking hair, right? His hair is giving me like just issues, right? Considering I took down all of Jesse's shit today, this shit was like, wowzers, right? So I didn't feel like fucking with this shit. And I was running, my nose running, eye leaky and shit. Just fucking whole mess of things that just happened like literally within the last 4 minutes. Yeah, always happens like that. So I was like, shit, man, let's just rock this 420 motherfucking shit real quick. I feel like dealing with this. So, welcome to the Revolutionary Agenda. I'm your host, Seduction Doll, aka the Black Villain, Lady J, Brandy. This is round 2 for the RVA. I'm trying to get in. At least this is my last one for the week, I think. So I don't know when I'll have another chance to do it. You know what I mean? The cats, kittens, man, scratch me all up. Yeah, I took down his hair. She took would have been easier if he was just, you know, cooperative. It took like an hour and a half, really, 2 hours. And I was like, I gotta do it real quick before I leave tomorrow, you know, or today. So I went back to my crib. I got a whole mission. So I'm kind of not excited, but kind of not excited, you know what I mean? Give me 1 second. Family, let me grab a tissue, please. Give me 1 second. All of a sudden, right? I think it was because I don't even know what happened, really, to be honest. I have no idea how, like, my nose just started running and and everything else. Like, goddamn. And I try to get the hat. You know, I almost dropped the fucking speaker. It's like everything you think that could fall off this shit was about to fall off. Like, literally. I was like, ah. You just had to let it run for a second. Plus, you know, I like to hear my little cuts, you know. It's empowering me. It was like, this is my shit. I would go home and do my shit too. Go home and do my hair. I don't really feel like fucking with it. I did not feel like fucking with it. Barely feel like muscling through his shit. You know? It'd be easier if he was cooperative, but he's not. Not even a little bit. So this is gonna be my second RVA for the week. I'm trying, man. I'm trying. The struggle is fucking real. Like, for me anyway, the struggle is absolutely fucking real. And I don't know. The dog contemplated getting a part-time job, some like part-time. I haven't had a job in like fucking damn near a decade, and I was kind of contemplating that, only because the IRS decided to garnish my taxes for some shit. So here in the city, anytime you get arrested, they got a booking fee, right? Amongst other fucking fees in jail, right? They don't make it easy for us at all. Not to mention all the extra shit that you got to go through, like bond and whatever they fucking want to do, you know, set up for failure. So, out of all the times I ever filed fucking taxes, they picked this time to hit me with them fucking jail fees. I was like, God damn, like, for real? All the things. I was like, okay. Because, you know, I'm sorry, I'm sitting very unladylike. Hold on 1 second. I pulled my sciatic nerve. At least that's what I think it is. It's very difficult. I just fall apart when I'm trying to do shit, you know? So, they picked this time, of all fucking times, right, to do that. Which I thought was kind of some bullshit, because me and Jesse took a trip down there to talk to them. And naturally, it was a Hispanic person dealing with me. I did everything I was supposed to do, you know? Like when you do those like free tax USA, shit like that, you know you gotta pay for that, right? Not only do you file the shit, then you gotta pay for it. But in Colorado, you gotta mail it in. So it was like a fucking struggle. Talking about a struggle for me, the simplest shit should be like easy peasy, like fill the shit out, go print the shit out, put it in the mailbox. It's like maybe 2 days, you know, max. Nah, it took me like 4 months. Real shit. Because I couldn't come up with the fee to pay it, which is stupid, right? But you know, I have a lot of like little tiny costs that cost me all the time, you know, like little costs that really aren't my costs, you know, if you really think about it. But they have to be taken care of, you know, like happy home, you know, type shit. And so it took me a fucking long time just to get that handled. Then when I got handled, I had to figure out that I had to mail it. Then I had to go print the shit out, and because I turned off my internet because that shit was wild. They were wilding. They were wild. My printer was off too, because everything's all connected. So I had to go all the way to the library. I had to figure it all out. I had to get a library card. I do all this extra shit, right? Just to fucking put it in the mail. I had to fucking go buy stamps. I had to fucking secure it. I had to make sure I had tracking on it because I wasn't playing with them, right? And it was like a nice sizable thing, right? And for me, it had been a fucking struggle for like a year and a half with no bread for me. We're talking about him. We're not talking about anybody else, right? Just me, right? My shit. And I didn't have no help. I didn't ask for no help, because I used to be the type that would just get it how I live, get it however by any means fucking necessary. There wasn't anything that was gonna stop me from taking care of my family, my child, or whatever I had at the time, feeding myself, taking care of whatever needs to be taken care of by any means necessary, from the street. And we get it. It doesn't matter at this point, at that point. And that's how I always had lived up until I got really, really fucking sick. And then everything just wants to fall apart. Just like, God, right now I should just go do that. I can't. You know what I mean? Because physically couldn't. Or not strong enough to. You know what I mean? Fuck. Man, all right. So I finally got it all together. I thought I had it all handled. Then they said some bullshit so I would have made an appointment. And at the time of the appointment, the bride could have told me that they were gonna hit me for them fucking jail fees. Now in Aurora, they could eat 2 dicks on Wednesday. I get fuck them. On principle, I intentionally did not want to pay them. On principle. Why? Because they've been arresting me since I was fucking 7 or 8 years old. As soon as we got here, I'm embellishing. Probably 9. As soon as we got here, they started to fucking with me, arresting me. The PD didn't have a problem telling my folks to beat me with a fucking hose so I didn't leave bruises. Because it's so fair. I'm just out there bad, just right the streets and shit. I was on a mission actually. My brother tell it. They told me some egregious shit, and I was like, oh nah. You hear me? I'm a different father. Let me go figure it out. Motherfucking corporal punishment shit. And what? No. I'm out. I'm just gone, I'll be gone for days. Literally fucking days. To where fucking the white people had to call the police and bring me back, And I always was like that. And so on general principle, I didn't feel like I should have to pay them shit. Cause I would say a good portion of them arrests, they fucking did that shit. They arrested me just for the fuck of it. You know what I mean? They literally kidnapped me one time. And nobody knew where I was. It was in a jail. They got off the books. Why? To fuck with me. You see what I'm saying? So on general principle, I didn't feel like I had to pay them because I wasn't going to. Because it's bullshit when they arrest you for fucking bullshit or nothing. There were some things, obviously had to atone for. Obviously. They caught me red-handed. Fuck it. But there was, I felt like, okay, well, that's one thing. You know what I mean? I had a small child that I had to take care of that I was carrying around in my coat for a fucking year. So that's out there. I had to get it how I live. So there were some things that I had to, obviously deal with. But then there was other things that, on general principle, I felt like was fucking wrong. They should never took me. Should have arrested me. They should have just left me the fuck alone. Mind my own fucking black business. Let me mind my business. You know what I mean? And there was a couple of situations where white people wanted to put me under the motherfucking jail. So, on that principle point, I definitely didn't want to feel like fucking giving them any fucking bread. Fuck them. And the fact that, when they arrest you, they tell you, Oh, there's a $30 processing fee and a $30 booking fee. For what? Like, I didn't ask you to bring me here. You know what I mean? I didn't tell you to bring me here. Who said I wanted to fucking be booked in any motherfucking way? Why are you charging me? Then you charge me for an Aurora. Back then they used to charge for I believe they used to charge you for meals too. Like yeah, they used to charge you for kites to go to the doctor. Literally fly kites to Chaplin. Because I'm Muslim, so I know, right? Fell off. Muslim, so we, do Ramadan and whatnot, So there's a couple times I was in jail during Ramadan, like 3 times. So I had to see the chaplain, I had to get prayer shit. I had to get my fucking I was in there, working my little shit. And so there's a couple times where I was like, nah, for a kite, $7 for a fucking kite. Nah, that's bullshit. You know what I mean? Or they transferred me to fucking, I was on a jail tour. No, why do I have to pay for that jail, that jail? Get your shit together. You know what I mean? Can't we just knock it all in one time? No. So some things I felt like were just off top. No, or they terrorized me in there. And I didn't think I was ever going to make it back. I didn't think anybody would see me again. Because they did some fuck shit to me. Typical jail shit, right? So I felt like on general principle, I'm not paying you shit. I'm not going to do your probation. I'm not going to do nothing. Fuck you. No. You ain't no. So I didn't, out of all these times of me filing taxes, because we're here in Colorado, we have a Tabor. And that's like the poor people's fucking shit. Like, if anything, you could count on a fucking Tabor. Up until this year, Tabor used to be $800, right? Just if you're a resident of Colorado, it used to be $800. And if you're a resident all year long, you pay sale taxes, all that shit, you qualify for a Tabor, which is like $800. All of a sudden this year, because of the fucking, why we always have a grievance with the fucking illegal immigrants from this little 3-4 year stint, is because they fucked off the Tabor for us. Now the Tabor was like $157 or $177, which is like, okay, cool, man, I can use that $177. You know what I mean? I might turn back on Xfinity. Let me just look around and see what other options I got first. Is there options? Fuck, man, I don't want to have to pay this fucking shit because they, when a motherfucker says they're on a fixed budget, then that's what it is. So why the fuck you gotta keep upping rates and shit? And they call you every motherfucking month with the same fucking issue. This is how it was with the energy. We got it down to like $30. It's like I made them shit. Shut it off for a minute. Why? Just so they get an understanding. I had to get it together. Like, I tried to write it out as much as I could. Like, I didn't put the shit in my name for like down there 8 months. You know what I mean? At all. So I'm like, fuck that. I'm paying for that. Why do you give unhoused people a place to live and then you tell them that everything's in that shit, including all your medical, everything you need, only to tell them they gotta pay fucking utilities? It's a glorified fucking tent in a dive. No amenities. Not to mention my shit's just been there 5 motherfucking years. No AC, cuz I got no ventilation whatsoever. 2 windows, one in the front, and all the way in the back. And I'm in the back. You know what I mean? No, it's bullshit. Right? So certain things on principle, I just feel compelled not to do. Right? But when they hit me with it, so they didn't tell me shit when me and Jesse went over there. In fact, they said, all right, sign this, we're gonna cut this little this check. Right? I'm gonna cut this check. And at the time, I didn't understand what had happened because I'm just going through it really fast. I don't understand. You know what I mean? That the previous year had to do separately. Because they asked me a question, I answered the motherfucking question. They asked me, was there anything for the previous year you want to account for? I answered the motherfucking question. Right? But the reality is they want you to do the shit from the previous year. They should have just said that, right? So they were like, we're gonna cut this 177. I was like, yeah. So I was explaining to my brother, like, the mail come yet? Brother, the mail come yet? Brother, did the mail come yet? I said, no, cuz, leave me the fuck alone. No. They're like, no, I'm waiting on some shit too. I was like, the mail come yet? He said some shit came. I said, well, just open this shit up, man. See if it came. I'm on my way back. I deserve a fucking taco plate, man. I wanted to fucking it forever. Too busy taking care of other needs that don't belong to me. You hear me? I said, I'll buy you a taco plate too. You hear me? He's like, no, they took it. I said, what? I said, say it ain't so, cuz. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. He was like, took it for jail fees. Right? I was like, what? So I got upset. That was last week. I got upset. I couldn't stop crying for like fucking 5 hours. I couldn't understand. Because the bitch had me in front of her, cuz. She had me in front of her. All she had to do was say, look, you ain't getting shit, bitch. Kick rocks. It's going to Arapahoe County and the Aurora Municipal Jail. And I'd be like, what? For what? You owe this. I owe that? No, they owe me. In my mind, right? Be fucking profiling and fucking just getting me for fucking nothing. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? Cuz I probably would have had a little attitude about that. I probably would have, no, they owe me. You know what I mean? Like, they could have just told me right then and there. So instead, like a duck, right home, wait, so I remember. And then I had the meltdown over here at the wrong place. I had the meltdown at. Right? And I was like, fuck. So then, my brother said, just get it all out the way. Just go ahead and follow them. Whatever they take it. Knock that shit out the park. And then you don't have to worry about it next year. I was like, fuck, cuz, like, just when a motherfucker just thinks they're going to be able to do some shit for themselves for once. You know? And I was been thinking about it. I was like, you know, I tried to explain it to Jesse, but you know, never listen to me. I have fucking a plethora of fucking talents, right? I make fucking everything. Soap, candles, hair care products, specifically for us, black people. Soaps, things like that. Shit that I used to hang from the ceilings. I used to have a lot of shit hanging from the ceilings. All sorts of shit. Metal wiring. I do all kinds of things. There isn't anything I can't touch that I can't do. You know what I mean? I'm a fucking palmist for fuck's sake. I realize that. I was like, well, I gotta do something because I can't go any longer with that thought process. So I decided that I was gonna do the research and I was just gonna figure out what I should do first. Like what kind of little, because obviously there's gonna be some little things I gotta do, like some little art projects. They're obviously gonna sell some shit, yeah. So I can, you know, I gotta, you know, it's like, how to explain it? I gotta do something for me. You dig? Oh shit, it's one thing. Yeah, I'm not online showboating and doing the most, right? This is something else. I barely get a chance. I gotta fight to squeeze in between the two broadcasts. You know what I mean? And then I gotta bring y'all different shit that's not being talked about. You know what I mean? It's a whole bunch. And I was looking at this shit right now. I did my opening, and I was like, oh, they got an outro video. So I gotta take some new pictures because I did that shit in a minute. I said I gotta really step it up a little bit just for my own sake, because I built that shit for like Black News and everything that went with it, and kind of just threw my shit together, like whatever. You hear me? So I was like, I gotta do something just for my own sanity. You know what I mean? I was like, I even applied for a job at Amazon, just putting little stickers on the boxes. You think they're gonna give it to me? Fuck no. Why? You gotta have some sort of job history. Motherfucker had a job in over 10 years. Where have you been? Under a rock. Literally. Hey, what am I gonna say? I don't know. What skills do you have? I don't know. I just know how to peel stickers and place them on boxes. Really want to be technical. I know how to build boxes. Know everything about cardboard. Father worked at a box company. Something else? You did? Collate, do all kind of shit. You'd be surprised at what I can do. Literally. You'd be surprised. You'd be really surprised. But nobody asked me, so I can't tell you that. That's like volunteer information. Plethora of fucking hidden talents amongst all the other nefarious shit. That's just a bonus. I should do good things, like build good shit. Yeah, so I was thinking about raising a little bit of money, but I did the research. I thought about it, and then I thought about it. Back then, when I used to buy my supplies, they weren't that much. You get a box of like shea butter, like an actual box, for like $20 wholesale. That shit ain't like that no more. You know what I mean? All the supplies you need, they're not like that no more. It's you know what I mean? Now, I'm not gonna take somebody else's shit and go sell it. You know what I mean? That's just not the brandy experience. That's not gonna happen. But yeah, that's what I was contemplating. That's what I'm gonna do. You know what I mean? Because I have to do something. It's driving me crazy that I haven't done anything. I can't do nothing. And it's driving me crazy to be like sick all the time. You know? And that right now we're in a contentious time. Keep, they're using my words all the time. Contentious. At a contentious time now where the governor just took away Medicaid in our city and $100 million in housing. That means we could all be out in the street, including us. Yeah? So I have to build something, just a little something. You know what I mean? Not that I don't have a problem being out in the street, but I shouldn't have to. You dig? Not anymore. Not after everything. Not after everything. I shouldn't have to. But my brother's father told me today. He said, "Don't do it. Don't even try to move." He said because at this rate, I fuck around and try to move, they could just, you know what I mean? It could just end because of that. You know? That's encouraging. You know? So, what I got today? Bunch of shit. But we're gonna start off with a little Khalid. I think we might end on that too. We're gonna start off with that, and then I'm gonna show you a couple other things. Show you that Shiloh thing, whatever the fuck her name is. And I had an idea of how justice could be served with that, but I'll show you it. I'll show you and I'll tell you my thoughts. I have all kinds of thoughts about how justice could be served. And speaking of, we had a death in the city of Aurora, right? Jesse showed it on the Frontline Black News yesterday. And all the coons in our city decided to get together in Aurora and literally was asking the white man for help to speak up for them, for black people in Aurora. It is unfathomable, family. Unfathomable. Like, they're like, anybody who doesn't look like us, white people. Hold on a sec, I gotta get it. Hold on. They're like, you got the power. Stick up for us. I was like, what? What? Why is that funny to me? Stupid as hell. That's the stupidest shit I ever fucking heard in my life.
I'm scared. I'm scared for my life. I'm scared for my life right now.
All right, so political theater.
Another unarmed black man in Aurora murdered at the hands of APD.
Yeah,
We are out here yet again.
I'll show you on the phone. You see it with the glare? All right. Oh, sorry. Cocoa butter. See how they got all the police officers right there? This is political theater.
Look like a lot of rotten fucking apples to me.
Right?
Stood up.
Yeah. Whereas under consent decree. Hold on a second. I'm sorry, family. My nose is running like crazy. Who cares? Not that I didn't care, okay? It's not that I didn't care. Not that I didn't care.
How y'all doing today, man? My man.
What up?
I wasn't watching. I was lurking. And I was just gonna show you a piece a little piece, because it's stupid. If you let me and Jesse tell it, we didn't have to be there for them to be talking about us, okay?
Thank you for your words, Bishop Jemmer. Thank you all for joining us today. There are a few things we must discuss abruptly in this community.
This bitch is the worst offender.
Whatever happened yesterday was yesterday in an intimate setting between us in this community. So whatever fault, error, negative thing has happened relationship-wise,
Cussed out
I ask
Jesse
you now to leave that outside of the door.
She wants to just let it go, right?
We have boarded our gate to be feuding internally in our bodies.
Right.
A body will always diminish itself based on the disease that lives in it, and the more that you contribute to that, the bigger the disease grows. So I ask you first and foremost, lay it down, put it to the side. We must be a unified community. No matter what has happened, I will boldly say to you, I am accountable for my actions. I apologize if I have desecrated you, harmed you, done something to you that has felt less than positive. And I ask that we all do that in this moment.
Okay, well, that first of all, it wasn't going to happen. We'll be
The
adjusted.
foundation is built from how we start.
Okay.
We've done this over and over on repeat.
Why? Because they're habitual line crossers.
Into the room, and that must stop immediately. And respectfully, I want to say that in this space.
We weren't there, so
To the elected officials,
this is all political performance.
I need you to hear more.
It's election season. And they're talking about the brother that got killed. Right?
Because this is not their first rodeo.
So,
We have a responsibility to right now to one another, our community, and most importantly, our future.
So they had it in church.
Our future.
So, it's like, first of all, so the brother, so,
or the National Guard to come into the
yeah, so Aurora, so the National Guard's coming to Aurora. That's not for us. Obviously, we don't have nothing to worry about. Why they're worried about the immigrants, the illegal aliens from like 22 to 25 is beyond fucking me, because we're all about to be homeless due to that, right? But they, they don't see, they got their priorities all fucked up, right? And they're not black first, they're all inclusive. This is all democratic shilling, right? And it's political theater. So they got a lot of they got a lot of people running up for office right now, right? Well, there's this broad running in my area, right? And I ain't gonna front because she look like old Goofy.
They are on their
Right.
way. They are en route. It has now been lit. The fire is there. They have been in direct contact with Trump's administration. And
I don't give a fuck. Let them come. It ain't gonna be no different from like when we had them here the first time, right? I ain't tripping. I'm for the soil. What the fuck I gotta worry about? Brother cool, Jess cool, my peoples is cool. All my peoples is cool. We ain't tripping. We don't got nothing to worry about, right? So what if they come? You know what I mean? I ain't tripping. They shouldn't have been poking the motherfucker, you know? The mayor and the governor been poking at Trump, so you gonna do whatever you do. I just stay out the fuck away. Watch from the window and shit. You know what I mean? Right? So, she tried to fearmonger. That's like a little fearmongering, right? Anyway, so they got all these people coming up, basically talking about, if you don't like me, we just go leave that at the door. Basically, and on some undermining shit. Everything that we work towards, Black family, everything that we're asking for, tangible, the police accountability, shit like that, right? None of these motherfuckers got a whole fucking idea in their mind. They're doing it like they're all sitting around tables, right? Brainstorming. Nobody's working on shit. You know how I know they're not working on shit? Because they're brainstorming and having fucking dialogue about fucking the consent decree that nobody gives a fuck about, a racist ass Aurora, and all this shit, right? So it's all political performance, okay? Political theater. And anyway, so they're asking for the people that are running for office in Aurora to stand up and, stand up for them. Basically, stand up for Black people that are getting killed by the police, right? Now that seemed like a pretty high thing to ask for. If the world was like a perfect place, right? And we didn't live in a system of racism, white supremacy, right? And you're asking white people, the same white people, right, to stand up for you and speak for you and represent and push the envelope of, stop killing Black people, to the actual white ass racist sundown fucking Aurora PD. You did? You see what I'm saying? Is it making sense? Follow me down the black hallway, cuz. Okay? So they come up there, all these fucking shit, and everybody in here is speaking, minus like maybe 2 people. Actually, just test me, just. We didn't even have to be in the room to know they were talking about us. Right? Talking about we gotta leave our egos at the door. We gotta be unified. We have to be, just basically kumbaya with off-brands, coons, mammies, shills, enemies to our people. They've shown consistently, they don't have Black people in their heart, to give a fuck. They're just ambulance chasing. You know what I mean? They're dragging families through. They want whole visuals and shit, and white Jesus praying and shit. Okay? Black church, right? One of the pastors says, I swear to Jesus' mama. One of the pastors said, we gotta start spending money in Aurora. I'm like, cuz, what the fuck does that got to do with anything? It was a car accident and a shooting. You know what I mean? Car accident and a shooting. What the fuck does spending money in Black Aurora got to do with any of this? It don't have shit to do with it, right? They're like, you have to put your money back into the church, right? I was like, oh fuck this, man. This is all that propaganda. I couldn't. I sat there while I was taking down Justice here. I was like, this is bullshit, right?
So please know the fire in our
So
house.
you hear the tone like she's somebody's mama.
I want to rewind.
We weren't invited.
6 years ago
We didn't even know about it.
Saturday
But
was
in that
the
case, I'd have been like, I'd already
anniversary
been rowdy, little rowdy in the back, like,
There are many
man, my
people
goddamn mama, who the fuck you talking to like that?
who were shoulder to shoulder.
I say, no, bitch, no. You hear me? You ain't gonna talk to me like that. You barely got away with that with him.
Our strongest power right now is the power of the people.
Power of the people, right?
That is where we must formulate our power, find our power, and keep our power centered. We have a goal right now. No more. No more.
They say no more. But they're picky and choosy, right? They didn't have none of this heat for the little black girls that got murdered and over there by the park. The little black girl that was found, her parents found her by the dumpster in Montbello. They didn't have none of this fire in their heart for when the little black girls went to city council and some white supremacists call them the N-word. They're just little babies. They told them to go back to wherever. They have no love for the sister with the 3 babies living on the street and shit. You did? They pick and choose. Right? Pick and choose.
Always uplift the Black community.
These are people that say that.
So we gotta hold people accountable now.
This is where it gets juicy, y'all.
Knock on every door. Everybody who says they went to Elkhart Elementary. Then I went to St.
I lived in
Paul
Aurora most of my
Then I went to
motherfucking life,
Dartmouth
right?
Elementary. Then I went to Columbia Middle School.
They're talking about
Then I
the
went to
elected
Ridgeville.
officials. So the bitch,
And all of my growing up, I was
Broad,
in the Aurora Police Department.
the broad that's running for my district, right? Ward 1. She's like, oh, goofy, right? She did her whole fucking little flyer with the Aurora municipal colors. First of all, that ain't ass kissing. I don't know what is, right? Secondly, she's on the migrant agenda. That's what she's talking about. You know what I mean? Talking about, basically, we're gonna hold the fire to the blaze. Yeah, right. I don't know, these motherfuckers ain't doing shit because I've been working on this motherfucking crime bill so heavy, so quietly, because I can't trust these motherfuckers to do the right thing without stripping it to the fucking white meat and taking it and running off with it and fucking making it an all-inclusive thing for everybody and the goddamn mama. You know what I mean? I'm working on it, making sure the language looks like all their other bullshit. You know what I mean? And it's super intentional, right? Like super fucking intentional. It's almost like, oh my God. The word when we read it. It's that bad. Well, it's not bad. It's that scary for them. You know? I'm talking about taking everything. Fuck that. No, fuck that. You ain't going to jail. You know you ain't going to jail. I want everything. I want your motherfucking house. I want your bitch's house. I want your mama's house. I want your car. I don't want you to ever get a job. You can't protect a motherfucking Taco Bell. You barely will be lucky if you can protect your motherfucking house. I want every motherfucking weapon and asset you got. You know what I mean? You kill black people and you're doing acts of terrorism. Oh yeah, I want everything. I want every fucking thing. Everything. Why? Because that's justice. You won't put them in jail. So take everything. Everything. Take everything. And keep doing it. Fuck it. I guess it's just gonna have to get like Trump said, you kill something in the Capitol, it's capital murder. Maybe that's what has to happen. Right? I'm not even on that tip, but I was just like heavy. But these acts of terrorism are just that. Right? They're calling like communities fucking, church, right? And asking for money and doing this and then asking these elected officials. Well, first of all, The person running in my ward is like a Hispanic person, right? From immigrant background. So her whole agenda is that. Okay? Fuck she know about the plight of fucking Foundation Black Americans in fucking Aurora. Fuck she know about it. She don't. She's all goofy. She look like she'd never get in trouble. Right? Oh, weird ass looking ass bitch. The reason I say that is because I'm not with the fucking agenda. Right? Bitch knocked on my door and my brother to hit out like regular, like, yeah. Got a fucking flyer. I was like, look at this old weird ass, goofy ass, looking ass, stupid ass, ugly ass bitch. You want to run in my city? I don't even know you. I've never seen you before. I've never seen this broad anywhere on the street in my neighborhood. And I tell you that because I actively patrol my motherfucking neighborhood like a fucking black Batman. Fucking panthering it up late at night, creeping at all different hours whenever the fuck I feel the mood is just aroused. You know? Actively patrol my neighborhood. You know? I'm driving all in the street and shit. I don't give no fucks. So fuck the police, fuck that. Right? It's religious. I don't care. I'm listening to music and I'm just I'm in my own little world, keeping eyes on shit. And to a point where, sometimes it's not even respected. The level of fucking, hey, this type of shit I do, you know? And waving, smiling at black people, and doing all kind of normal bread shit. So what the fuck does this broad know about it? Nothing. I'm almost positive. You mean I'm almost positive to take the Pepsi challenge and go to the town hall and question her about it. You think? Why I didn't want to run for Ward 1. The police are like the Klan to me. So you see them? Sometimes I cannot tell how the PTSD is going to ride that day. Some days I'm like super like, fuck you, catch me, bitch. I give two fucks. The time I get in the crib, I don't have to answer the motherfucking door. You're really going to have to pull in front of me and stop me and pray that you don't hit me and it's on camera. Because I will make you pay out ass. You know what I mean? You have to cop, don't stop. You did? What the fuck I gotta stop for? You drive on the sidewalks. You know what I mean? I gotta answer for everything. What the fuck are you stopping me for? Just profiling. You know? They don't like that shit. That's true. I heard some crazy ass shit, but this was the craziest shit. Don't play. One of these dudes asking, like, we want to see these candidates knocking on doors and talking about how do they feel about black people. You really want to ask a migrant, a person that's on that agenda, how they feel about black people? And racist ass Aurora. They're concerned more about their agenda versus Foundation Black Americans, whether they live, die, breathe, eat, are in-house, are home, safe, you know what I mean? Got their shit together, whether they can make a living. No, they're not concerned. They were concerned about hiding them in the nice apartments across the way from my shit, right? And giving them money and food and all that extra shit, whereas motherfucker like me had to do the most just to fucking exist. So no, there's a reason why Foundation Black Americans all over from fucking here to Chicago and everywhere in between are pissed off about that. You know what I mean? There's a whole fucking reason for it. And it's not going to go away. Doesn't matter what kind of shit they're talking about. Please don't let the military. They were here during the fucking the fucking the pandemic. You know what I mean? They were here through that. They were here through the fucking George Floyd shit, which they were just standing around handing out sandwiches. They weren't doing shit. You know what I mean? They don't do shit. Just walk around. Because what is it? The reserves, the guard. They don't train for that. They're not riding around trying to pull ICE missions and shit. They're not. They're protecting property. They don't protect the citizens. They're protecting property. That's what they do. Okay. So here we go. This should have me rolling. Because I was like, what?
Me too. I'm anti anybody who wants to take the life of my son, my daughter, my neighbor. I'm anti any of that. Yes, sir. And
He
we
says
all
that.
should be. That's right. So I want to challenge every last one of us. Check our minds. How do you think about your neighbor? I told some of my white pastor friends,
I can give two fucks.
well, y'all ain't calling to me.
I don't talk to none of the neighbors.
Y'all ain't upset. I want to understand why Rise Church and all these churches I can name up and down this way, Mississippi Avenue Baptist Church, get tons of money, tons of people. I want to understand why y'all are not bothered that a black body laid in the street of your city.
They didn't give a fuck when the little girls got killed.
I want to know why you are not.
They don't get selected.
I want to understand why you are not holding Kaufman and the council accountable. Why? Because you got a mindset that says my life ain't worth the same. Oh, you can praise Jesus all you want. I tell somebody that you can praise Jesus all you want, but if you hate me, you ain't met him and he don't know you. That's right.
And I'm like, who the fuck is you, bro?
So we gotta hold people accountable, God. That's right. We gotta hold people accountable. We gotta knock on every door. Knock on every door, and everybody who says they're about it good, it's time to hold you accountable. I want to see you out there. I want to see you tonight with the family, 7 o'clock, as they do their remembrance ceremony.
Me and Jesse got to think because we know the people. So when they did this, it makes it a point we can't go show up.
I want to see how many of them show up.
Because that's ambulance
and say, I
station.
care about this life.
We show up differently.
Is equal to mine. Don't fall for the okie doke no more, folks. Thank you, sir. Don't fall for the okie doke. Right? Just because they show up and your pastor lets them give a little speech because they want your vote.
See?
No,
That sounds like me.
When he was killed. Yes, I want to know you were at when our kids couldn't read. I want to know where he was at because this is what concerns me.
Listen, your kids can't read. There's a problem with you.
So I'm on the watch. I'm on the ball. You on the ball. You on the ball.
Check it out. That's for Generation X. The last of a real breed. Mediocrity was not in our fucking time. Did you hear what he said?
Are we in alignment with integrity? Are we in alignment?
Did you hear what he said?
You got to tell black politicians you can't get where we are choked out and gunned down. What is believed about our being drives the behavior toward us. We can be killed and no one flinches because it is behavior that has been acceptable.
He wrote it down. He was reading that.
Because of what folks believe about us. And if you are not in the business of changing people's minds, you are not trying to change anything. You can change.
You don't got to change your mind. You should know the police are dangerous.
Believe about me what the last person believed about me. I'm going to get the same thing. If you are not in the business of confronting strongholds, if you are not in the business of tearing down imaginations and all of these things that would project hate and evil, you are in the wrong business. Ain't no political policy going to keep me alive.
That's a goddamn lie. A crime bill would keep him alive.
Wonderfully made. A changed mind that believes that my life is just as valuable, just as important, that my son should live and my daughter should not die. That's the mind that we need on city council. That's the mind we need in the mayor's office. That's the mind we need in the police department. That's the mind we need in the governor's office. Everywhere we have people who are making decisions about us, you better believe about us. You better look at us, whoever teaches our children, whoever watches our children, whoever cares for us in hospitals, whoever is in front of us, better have a mind that my life is just as valuable as your life. My child's future is just as valuable as your child's future. So don't play this game that we can dress it up and get somebody. Like, you want to check their minds. When you go into these candidate forums and you're asking people questions, get to the point of what they are thinking about you. Because then you get all shook and surprised when they get in the office and they vote the way
That's polite, pleasant pandering. You're lying.
They didn't mind you being poor. They didn't mind you struggling. They didn't mind the body sitting in the street for hours. They didn't mind it. But it's shame on us because we didn't ask about it. We got to start asking folks straight up, how do you feel about black children? How do you feel about black men? You scared of us? Because we've been there? Because we work out?
He's kind of rotund.
You mad at us? We want to know how you feel about it because what you think is what you're going to do. So we need to start asking them tough questions. As a man,
Listen.
so we need to start asking these mental questions.
Listen.
I see all these candidates for Aurora in here. How y'all feel about Aurora? Is it my Aurora too? I grew up in Aurora. My mama's first house, subsidized house, was the 6 and Mills. Right there. Went to Elkhart Elementary. Then I went to Sable Elementary. Then I went to Dartmouth Elementary. Then I went to Columbia.
Somebody was unstable.
Then I went to Rangeville. Let me tell you a common theme in all of my growing
White
up.
school.
I was scared of the Aurora Police Department.
Damn right.
We were conditioned and we were prepared to not trust the Aurora Police Department because of what was going on in that time.
Mm-hmm.
And as I said to the folks in my congregation, I'm not anti-police, but let me tell you what I am. I'm anti-anybody who want to kill me. Me too. Me too. I'm anti-anybody who wants to take the life of my son, my daughter, my neighbor. I'm anti-any of that. Yes, sir. And we all should be. That's right. So I'm going to challenge every last one of us. Check our minds. How do you think about your neighbor? I told some of my white pastor friends, I said, I want to understand why y'all ain't calling the meeting. I want to understand why y'all ain't upset. I want to understand why Rise Church and all these churches I can name up and down this way, Mississippi Avenue Baptist Church, that tons of money, tons of people. I want to understand why y'all are not bothered that a black body laid in the street of your city. I want to know why you are not calling a rally. I want to understand why you are not holding Kaufman and the council accountable. Why? Because you got a mindset that says my life ain't worth the same. Oh, you can praise Jesus all you want. I tell somebody that you can praise Jesus all you want, but if you hate me, you ain't met him and he don't know you. That's right.
He ain't my pastor.
So we got to hold people accountable. We got to hold people accountable. We got to knock on every door.
Listen.
Knock on every door. Everybody who says they're about it good, it's time to hold you accountable.
You got to hold us accountable. We're the worst.
See you tonight with the family at 7 o'clock as they do their remembrance ceremony. I want to see you. I want to see how many white pastors gonna get up off of their comfy couches.
How many white pastors are gonna come?
They probably ain't even in Aurora. I want to see how many of them show up.
How many white people show up?
I care about this life because that life is as equal to mine. Don't fall for the okie doke no more, folks. Don't fall for the okie doke. Right? Just because they show up and you pass a lesson, give a little speech. Because they want your vote? No, I want to know where you was at. Honest answer. All right.
Brother Sharice, though.
I want to see how.
Was it this right here? Okay.
And we will stand together for what we know is right, because otherwise you will be repeating this one.
We weren't invited.
When they are with regard to the hiring practices. The actions.
Oh, where is this?
We have a one
Platform.
Oh my God. It was Pastor fucking whatever the fuck it is. I think everybody needs an audit, man, and I hate to say it. Some people just need a motherfucking audit.
I have marched with a lot of y'all in here.
Okay, here it goes.
Georgia Richardson. I mean, we can just keep going down the line.
He says, white people.
Black youth who were taken away far too long, and we don't know what they were going to grow up to be. That's right. We're losing future doctors, lawyers, administrators, politicians. It has to stop now. When are we going to stop doing this and start acting out? You know what I'm saying? Not violently, but just in a way where, look, we cannot keep losing our kids. Right. And just like Pastor Dimmer said, Candace said, Omar said, it's going to take all of us together. So we ask those who do not look like us. You have more power than us in these things. We need your voices more than ever right now. Speak up for us as we speak up for everybody. You know, Black people are the most compassionate people in this country, and we are there for everybody. Right now, we're asking now everybody in this room to be there for us, because I can't handle another one of these. I've lost 6 kids this summer. Buried 6 kids this summer.
Cuz said.
I cannot imagine.
Cuz said, those who don't look like us, speak up for us.
Today we mourn, tomorrow we fight. Thank you, Jason.
He said it. He said it. And I was like, are you kidding me? Because since when? Since when? That ain't never gonna happen. That's like the motherfucking political theater over there with the fucking old ass black ass bitch holding fucking Aurora City Council hostage, right? For like a whole year. You gotta shut down everything so people like my brother's father, she can't even go make complaints, right? All for a fucking symbolic apology. Drug a whole family for a whole fucking year, right? Now you want the white people to go speak for you because they hold the power. I was like, whoa. That's like listen to that one broad say she didn't know what side to believe in, or black or white side. I was like, what the fuck is this shit? No. Not never. That's the most off-brand shit I ever fucking heard. I was livid. I was like, what? That's stupid. You do realize one of them motherfuckers shot a brother, right? And you want other white people to speak up for they don't give a fuck about black people. Did you not notice? It's sundown. Fuck what they say. That's how I show you. I have to show you all that. I show you that because it was the wackest shit ever. And it's so serious. Like the stuff I'm working on, especially now that I know that they're passing private bills, I made that shit into that. Like fuck that. I'm gonna try a couple of different ways. Why? Because it has to fucking happen. The only way a hate crime bill and one specific, you know what I mean? It's the only fucking way. One that takes away every fucking asset. One that punishes them in that manner. You know what I mean? Like I say, a life for a life. That would have been a whole different thing, right? I'm not saying that. I say I want everything. Give them everything. You know what I mean? There's no amount. Like, shit, they charge us restitution every time they arrest us. So this is just another way, you know. It's heavy. Shit I'm working on is heavy. But again, I have trust issues, and I don't trust any of those people in there at all. Not even a little bit. So let's get started. I hope that was entertaining. Because I was just beside myself. Welcome to the slave theater, family. My favorite one.
Cannot forget and I cannot put down. I believe with all of my heart is the devil, and I must teach that he is the devil. I cannot back down from that. I must teach that he is the devil. Want me or not, whether you accept me or not, whether you condemn me or not, whether you suspend me or not, the goddamn white man is the devil, and I will teach it from the cradle to the grave. Always teach it. Because I know that you are a fickle people. I know that you are a flip-flop, wishy-washy people. I know that you are different strokes for different folks, but it's different ways on different days. Oh, yes, you are. God damn it, if somebody don't continue to remind you, you'll try to walk in the slave with a wickle on your arm. Yes, you will. Damn it, sister, you'll try to come in here with Bob, Bill, Larry. Sister will try to come in here with Merv, with Doug. God damn it, Doug can't come in. Cindy, Kathy, keep Heather the hell out of here. No Heather in here. Hell no. This is the slave theater. Well, why does Brother Alton Maddox leave the name slave on it? Because, goddamn it, we're still in the land of our bondage. We're still in the land of captivity. We're still a slave to the Democratic Party, still a slave to a Republican Party. You can't even see a Freedom Party. You don't see it. You're a slave. I'm a slave. And unless we admit that we are slaves, then we can never get free. Never get free. The first thing a slave must do is admit I'm in bondage. Admit I'm in captivity. Admit that I'm a slave and Giuliani is a slave master. Admit that I'm a slave and Clinton is a slave master. Admit that I'm a slave and Cuomo is a slave master. That's the only way you can get free. Stop walking around acting hip, slick, cute, and cool with Oochie and Coochie and Poochie and Gucci and all that stuff. You're a slave. You can't wait to get out of here and get a good night's sleep so you can go to your elevator plantation tomorrow. You're a slave. You're a slave to your car note. You're a slave to your rent. You're a slave to your lease. You're a slave to your telephone bill. You're a slave to your light bill, your gas bill. You're a slave. God damn it, this is the slave theater, and all the radical slaves come here. The Nat Turner slaves come here. The Harriet Tubman slaves come here. The Denmark Beatty slaves come here. This is the slave theater. All praise is due to Allah. This is the slave theater. I'm a slave. As I told Devil Hugh, Devil Hugh. I say I'm one of the rebellious slaves. I'm not a peaceful slave. I'm not a compromising slave. I'm not a skinning, grinning, shuffling, scratching, boot-licking, butt-licking slave. I'm a slave that don't give a damn about you. Don't care nothing about you. Don't give a damn whether I see another or not. I want to be free. I'm a slave who wants to organize the rest of the slaves. I looked at the crackers on 125th Street. Some of you trembled when you saw them. I was inspired. I couldn't sleep. I was dreaming of confrontation with the enemy. Every slave must dream of confrontation with the enemy. I want to organize some black men. What would have happened if 500 black men would have showed up on 125th Street? I ain't talking about with no damn picket sign.
Shout out to Carlton Way. Shout out to Hip Hop Cartoons. That's our friend. That is our friend. And he's still keeping it. He's still keeping the work alive. And that's the code. I'm trying to stay up so I can get to. Okay. Oops. Hold on for that. Okay. Here we go. What the fuck? Feels like I gotta do it harder or something like that. Like touch the buttons harder.
Fox 9's Babs Santos went to Rochester to learn more about it. He joins us now live with the details. Babs?
Look at the look on his face. Look at the look on my face. He's like, y'all called me in on my day off for this. Huh? Y'all called me in on my day off to stand in front of a jungle gym and talk about Shiloh Hendrix. Y'all know this is an all-white shift, but y'all had to integrate it just to do this story. Y'all ain't slick. Shout out to all of the subscribers and the members here on the channel. Don't forget to like the video. I am Reese Waters, and this is your Racist of the Week update, where we update the stories previously featured here, where we've highlighted the stupidity and hypocrisy of discrimination in hopes we can build a more perfect union. And also laugh. As usual, I would like to thank today's sponsor, Racism. And of course, if you have any nominees, you can drop them in the comments. You can email me at admin@reesewaters.com. Today, no, not you, Trump. It's not you this time. It's not always going to be about you, but don't go far. I'm sure we'll circle back around to you soon enough. No, today we're talking about Shiloh Hendrix. Y'all remember the woman who went viral for slurring a child and then started a whole GoFundMe and launched this whole summer of Black fatigue?
Did you call him a nigger, the child?
The fuck you talking
Did you
about?
call the child the nick word?
None of your fucking business.
It is my own business. You call him a nigger? Okay, why don't you have the balls to say it right now again?
Fuck you, nigga.
Okay. All right, that's what you say.
Mm-hmm. Guess what? She picked up some more charges. Shiloh Marie Hendrix, the woman accused of yelling slurs at a young Black child with a disability back in April, has been charged with 3 counts of disorderly conduct. In a press release Tuesday morning, the city of Rochester announced the city attorney's office would be bringing the charges against Hendrix, claiming the matter, quote, took a large amount of evidence and required careful consideration of potentially charging options across multiple offices. Wasn't a whole lot of evidence. The video is really all the evidence. Y'all just been watching that same video for weeks, because I don't know what other evidence was needed. Each charge carries a maximum of 90 days in jail and/or a $1,000 fine. The family of the victim was consulted during the process. As of now, it's unclear if Hendrix has acquired legal representation. So you mean to tell me she got all that money from the GoFundMe and she ain't hired a lawyer?
What a
Wow. So it wasn't one lawyer that contributed to the GoFundMe? Not even the guy who got divorced over contributing to the fund? Nobody? Wow. That's crazy. Who would have thought?
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
Do you think Better Call Saul would defend racists? Because he defends just about everybody else. So she probably get Better Call Good got you.
Fuck you, nigga.
Okay. All right, that's what you say.
Well, whatever you do, don't call Annalise Keating. Don't do that. I don't think she's gonna take the case. And don't insecure either or from living single.
A Rochester City attorney filing a summons complaint charging a woman with disorderly conduct after she went viral last spring for allegedly using a racial slur against a child. Tonight in Olmsted County, several people are praising this move. Fox 9's Babs Santos went to Rochester to learn more about it. He joins us now live with the details. Babs?
Look at the look on his face. Look at the look on my face. He's like, y'all called me in on my day off for this. Huh? Y'all called me in on my day off to stand in front of a jungle gym and talk about Shiloh Hendrix. Y'all know this is an all-white shift, but y'all had to integrate it just to do this story. Y'all ain't slick. Y'all ain't slick. Hey, I tell you this, I want time and a half for this one.
Well, Randy, part of the process here was the city attorney trying to get input from the victim's family to make sure that that family wanted to move forward with charges. However, there were 3 families actually claiming to be the family involved in all of this, so it took law enforcement some time to figure out which family it truly was. And after figuring that out today, the city attorney moved forward with these charges.
Now that's odd. There were three families were claiming to be, wow. That's interesting because I haven't seen anything from the family of the child, which quite frankly is to be admired, not to all of a sudden run to the phone or run to the news media and try and get attention for yourself, because that's what she did. Imagine that. Imagine that. We live in a world where she goes right to the internet, raises $1 million, and we haven't heard from the family of the boy at all. But she's the one that got all the money.
It's about what we can do within the letter of the law. And while it's frustrating and there are different opinions,
many people in Rochester have been waiting for this day since last April, waiting to learn if Shiloh Hendricks would be charged with a crime after allegedly using the N-word to rebuke a Somali boy with autism who reportedly took a pouch of applesauce from her diaper bag, an encounter at this Rochester playground that went viral on social media.
Now, it's at this point that I gotta holler at the Black MAGAs, because I said at the time when I initially reported on this story that it's just been noticeably silent over in Black MAGAdom. I don't know where they had been, because we're at a place where a child, I think is beside, because the child just acted like a child from taking an applesauce pouch, can not only launch a racist tirade from an adult, but then double down on it and have all these people paying her for having done so. So it's interesting that Black MAGA has been so. Where y'all been, Black MAGA? Wait, play it again. I see Rob Smith been picking up some new skills. That's what they've been doing. This is how Black MAGA been spending their time, as opposed to reading the writing on the wall.
But yeah, I don't agree with it at all. I don't agree with using that kind of verbiage.
This week, charges came down. 3 misdemeanor counts of disorderly conduct with a maximum sentence of 90 days in jail and a $1,000 fine. In charging documents, authorities say the 36-year-old was hostile and racist to the 8-year-old child, all because of a pouch of applesauce. The child's parents allegedly feared Hendricks would strike the boy, and Hendricks allegedly said he was about to hit him for taking her son's stuff.
I think it's justified that she's being charged. I think it's completely unjustified, her reaction to the situation, especially being a child. Special needs or not, a child's a child.
Now, do I agree with the charges being levied at Shiloh Hendricks? This is a tough one, because far be it for me to defend Shiloh Hendricks for anything. But I just did a video talking about the racial abuse which is directed at a soccer player over in England. And one of the things I said was how different it is there than it is here, that they're actually charging the guy for racial abuse, because here you would get like a cabinet position. At the same time, when it comes to the racism in our sports culture, we can't even approach the world of soccer. We talking about throwing bananas and monkey chants. So clearly the charges have been ineffective in trying to tamp down the racism. It's almost like the people with these kinds of mindsets and ideas are just prone to criminality. You know, they like to talk about, who's prone to, they like to talk about who can't get right. I can tell you who can't get right. I can tell you who can't get right. It doesn't appear that you can actually legislate racism. And moreover, the fact that we are having this national debate about free speech. We just had the incident here in DC with the flag burning, and we see exactly how this administration is moving and their authoritarian takeover of America. So I like to have some integrity about this when it comes to people's ability to express themselves, irregardless of how vile or disgusting those expressions might happen to be. I think the bigger issue is the public reaction to this kind of thing. When you can start a GoFundMe and raise that kind of money, that to me is a much bigger issue, because we know we can't stop people from being ignorant in public. Case in point, stuff like this from Matt Walsh and the right-wing blogosphere in reaction to Shiloh Hendricks. They see this as a loss of free speech and infringing on our rights, which is fascinating because I don't recall any such diatribes about Trump threatening to pull NBC and ABC's broadcasting licenses because an interview hurt his feelings. I don't recall there being. Where were the think pieces on the flag burning? Where were those? How about Trump weighing in on Colbert and his cancellation and its relation to the settlement that CBS paid to the Trump administration? Why is it that the free speech arguments on the right are always about being racist? Huh? How it's always about being racist, not about the flag, not about news reporting, not about characterizations of foreign governments. Never that. Never that. It's always about their freedom to be racist. Ain't that weird, Black MAGA? Isn't that weird? It's almost like they don't really believe in free speech. They kind of just want to be racist. That's really what it's about. Y'all get the message now?
I just want to be clear here. Republicans hate black people. MAGA hates black people, right? So if you're watching this and you're a black person, MAGA hates you. They hate you. They loathe you. They despise your existence. What's my evidence for this? We've been live for about an hour now. We haven't had one Trump supporter come up here and tell us why they support Trump. No, we haven't. We haven't. We've had maybe 20 people come up here and scream the N-word, though. Republicans are more willing to slur. Republicans are more willing to hate crime. Republicans are more willing to despise you for your existence if you're a black person watching this than they are willing to give one intellectual reason why Donald Trump is a good president. So for everybody watching, I mean, I'm talking about the 2.2 thousand people on YouTube and the 7.3 thousand people on TikTok. This shit should be radicalizing you. I'm being so fucking real. This shit should radicalize you. How scary is that? The millions of Americans that support the president we have today don't support them because of reason, don't support him because of fact, don't support him because of logic. They don't support him because of anything in alignment with reality. They support him out of hate and disdain for you, if you are a black person, right? And once again, the fact that we have had 20 people come up here and vocalize their explicit hatred for black people, instead of giving one argument for why they support Trump, one reason, talking about the economy, talking about his policy, immigration, foreign affairs. No, it's just the N-word.
And while we're on the message of hating black people, how about this from New York Post? Minnesota mom who called 5-year-old with autism ends in viral video, now facing criminal charges months later. I love that they put months later. But if you scroll down to the bottom, the foul-mouthed Minnesota mom is no stranger to law enforcement, earning previous citations for driving under the influence, disorderly conduct, and brawling. One more time, driving under the influence, disorderly conduct, and brawling. Well, that's crazy, because they always tell us that we like to defend criminals. Ain't that the thing? We always like to defend criminals. We got a whole DUI for the woman that slurred the child with autism. So we not protecting children at all. We're not responding to people being civil in society at all. We are literally just rewarding people for being racist. It's almost like MAGA doesn't stand for anything at all. You know, it's really, I can tell you, you know, when they signed off on sending the National Guard across state lines and completely violated small government and states' rights, I thought that might have been it. Yeah, but this really has to go right to the top or near the top when it comes to MAGA, not standing for anything. And by the way, touche, New York Post, for that finding its way in the article. I don't know. This been a week. This been quite a week for New York Post and Fox News. Yeah, I know. I saw what Trey Gowdy said.
Our system is reactive. Something bad happens, we react to it. And what people are crying for now is, how can we prevent this? How can we stop it? And the only way to stop it is to identify the shooter ahead of time or keep the weapons out of their hands. And so we're going to have a conversation of freedom versus protecting children. I mean, how many school shootings does it take before we're going to have a conversation about keeping firearms out? It's always a young white male, almost always. I mean, did anyone this morning think, I wonder if that was a female? Did any of y'all think that? I mean, there's been one school shooting involving a female. One. Yeah, Tennessee. But other than that, it is usually young white males.
But let's address this part, because one of the things I mentioned at the outset is talking about how Shiloh Hendricks launched this whole summer where we were talking about Black fatigue, where Black criminality gets splashed across the headlines as if we have the market cornered on crime. And yet we come around to a woman with cases, picking up more cases, and along the way, raising money literally just for slurring a Black child. Not for her thoughts on healthcare, not for her thoughts on foreign affairs, not for having some kind of supernatural physical, no. Just for being racist. So I have to ask this question. Should I start a whole new series of videos just based on the LBJ quote? Because I've used it too many times about the lowest white man feeling better than the highest Black man. I feel like I might have to start a new strain of videos all about this. Because by the way, when I did the video all about the soccer racism, that was prompted by this.
The camera on me, bro. Stop, man, get out of here. I'm gonna come out. Okay, you got nothing better to do.
You.
Like,
get out of here. You bothering us.
Pick that up.
I don't want to. You the bad. 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 You the bad.
Pick that up.
You the bad.
If you're tough, pick that up.
You the man.
Few moments later.
You want help? Huh? You want help? Yeah. You really want help? Yeah. I'm gonna get you some help, okay?
She should go to jail for the 90 days, but she should give all the money back. All the money to the family of the little boy that she verbally accosted. That would be justice. No apology. Cut a motherfucking check and give it to the family. Go to jail for 90 motherfucking days and pay that $1,000 fine. Now she won't have to worry about moving around so much. You know what I mean? That's what I think should happen. That's exactly what I think should happen. Exactly what I think should happen. Because she basically capitalized on that. You know what I mean? And the fact that it took her so motherfucking long definitely needs to cut that check for that family. You know? Look, that bitch obviously don't deserve it. She didn't need it. She fucking don't give a fuck what she's going through. But she wronged. She wronged the little boy. She wronged the little boy. She called him out his race. She did it not once. She called the man filming out his race. She went on a whole thing, basically talking about, I'm glad there was a community and all this extra shit. You mean no matter what we tried to do to stop that shit, she made off like a bandit. You know what I mean? And racism shouldn't be allowed to be paid for, especially when it comes to black children. So, fuck what she talking about. She cut that check. That's what the judge should do. The judge should order her to pay all that money. Not what she has left, but all the money she received. So she's gonna go into debt. Okay? Put a lien on her shit, whatever it takes. To the family of the little boy. Never know what that family may need later on in life. You know what I mean? Over a motherfucking juice box or fucking, what is it? Fucking, what do you say it was? Applesauce pouch? For real? And then, one of us just drag her, do something later. Just catch her slipping at the Walmart or something like that. Whole Foods. And really, she should do 90 motherfucking days. She should be ordered to cut that check right then and there for the whatever she received on that gift send go or whatever to that family of the little boy. Serve that 90 days in jail, no good time, no time and a half. Pay that $1,000 fee. Yeah, and you can't get it out of her. Put a lien on her shit. Put a lien on her husband's shit. Put a lien on her sister's shit. You know what I mean? Take her vehicle. Take whatever she got. Wherever she moved, that's it. She's a wrap. It's a wrap. And you should go live at your sister's house. You know what I mean? That would be absolute justice. That's what I think should happen. If it was me, that's what I would do. That's what I would do.
I would get somebody to help you. How's that? But you got to take it back. I'm still dumb. No, I didn't say.
With the homeless people, like pretty much property or away from the premises. So I do that. It's literally 7 a.m. I do that, make the calls, mind my business, and I continue to help someone in my lobby. And as I'm doing that, I just see this door swing open and enters a homeless man. Yes, he was 6 feet, white, tall, skinny built. He had grayish hair, dirty gray beard, white shirt, tan pants, and then a blanket. Now, I was told the group of homeless men were threatening people at my job, like pretty much being very to them. And I'm like, oh, okay. As a girl, I'm not going to put myself in danger, especially not with a homeless person. So when he came in my lobby, he just started cursing me out, talking about something, he gonna hurt me, he gonna me, and I'm like, oh. And he continued to make his threats, and then he walks out, and then he comes back in, and he just starts yelling at me, same threats. And then he proceeds to call me the hard ER, and I was like, oh. It was very traumatic, especially being called that in New York. I've never been called anything out of my name besides ignoring these men in public transportation or just ignoring these men on the street. I've been called shit like that, but I've never been called the hard ER by a white man in New York City. And that was my first time experiencing it from a homeless man.
Now, let me ask you this, and this goes really to the kind of people that John Hendricks GoFundMe or the kind of people that would slur Black people, trying to help them while they're on the street. How has that helped you? How has that helped you? Now, I mean, like, how has it actually helped you? Not like the 5 seconds of good feelings that you have just from being evil and nasty to somebody. How has it? What has it done? Has it put an extra piece of chicken in your box? Has it? Has it put an extra watermelon? Did it sweeten the lemonade or the iced tea at all? Did it lower the prices at the grocery store? Oh no, it definitely didn't do that. Has it lowered the prices of goods? Oh, it definitely hasn't done that. Not with the tariffs coming around the bend. How has it helped you? Has it gotten you better health care? No, they're coming for that. That is, I'm trying to get all my checkups right now because who knows what's going to happen. What has that done for you? And let me ask you this question too. Who do you think benefits when you direct your ire at the people in the same situation as you, trying to climb that? Who do you think is helped by that? I have to ask, because it seems pretty plain to me how the litany of ways in which you are being played. And if you haven't seen it on a macro,
fuck her. Fuck Shiloh. If I was a judge, I'd hit her. I'd make her pay all that money to the family, cut that check right then and there, take your motherfucking ass to jail. No special nothing. I'm white. I say so. No, you gonna go on the block. General population with none but sisters. Let's see if that plays. For 90 days, pay that $1,000 fine. You ain't got the money, fucking lean on everything. Now that would be justice. Just go over there, just general population, wherever you're at. Hope that cell block is just littered with sisters with just nothing but hands and hands and hands. And I'll teach you to disrespect Black children, especially over a motherfucking juice box or whatever the fuck you start. That shit is just outrageous. Yeah, shoot your little fucking crack ass fucking deal with that shit. Or that you'll have a new understanding. You know what I mean? I'm serious. That's the type of punishment these motherfucking racist, fucking white supremacist, fucking Karen ass, fucking crack ass bitches need. You know what I mean? They need that. They'll build character. Or she won't be calling anybody out their motherfucking race ever again. Or she'll teach that little devil.
Just let Cracker Barrel be Cracker Barrel. Bring back Uncle Herschel.
Uncle Herschel? You even know his name? I never met nobody that know his name. We just call him
the barrel.
Cracker Barrel. That's with Uncle Herschel.
I didn't know yet.
Uncle Herschel. Did your daddy's back? Let's go see Uncle Herschel.
Daddy's back. So and that's what you're gonna see.
No. Barrel's name was Herschel. Uncle Herschel. I just knew he was a honky. Leaning on a barrel. You know what I mean? I did not know. I swear to God. I didn't even know he had a name. Who named that fucker? Who's Uncle Izzy? Real shit. What is that? Just for our own sake of amusement.
Y'all know I sat on that damn logo for 48 damn years. longer than the snake deep
All
throat
right.
in the giraffe neck. Then overnight, longer than the snake damn set on that damn logo. I'm the cracker from Cracker Barrel. And y'all know I sat on that damn logo for 48 damn years. Longer than the snake deep throat in the giraffe neck. Then overnight, you got this diverse, evil, ignorant, or DEI group of people taking over our marketing, talking about we need a rebrand. Then poof, I'm going faster than a black man driving through Alabama. How you gonna rebrand without debrand? I'm the goddamn reason people come to Cracker Barrel. How you gonna have a place called Cracker Barrel without a cracker leaning on a barrel? I mean, what's next, America? A black female Popeyes manager that doesn't fight her customers? Cracker Barrel needs a cracker and a barrel. And I'm the coldest cracker son of a bitch that ever leaned on a barrel this side of a Mississippi. Hell, maybe both sides. But don't you go worry about your old boy Cracker. I got a little nest egg and I'll find something to lean on. I always have. But it's a damn shame what y'all done let happen to old Barrel. Who the hell out here finna hire me, bro? Nobody hiring barrels. I might as well just jump in the fucking fireplace, bro.
Oh shit, this nigga dead, y'all. Oh no, when this happened, niggas dying there, ain't never died before.
That shit was catchy. I had to learn the song so I could say it. It was in my octave. The barrel threw himself in the fire.
Shout out to all of the subscribers and the members here on the channel. Don't forget to like the video. I'm Reese Waters, and this is Who Raised Y'all, where we highlight those unique individuals going above and beyond to make society worse.
That one is smart. You have smart ones and you have some that aren't quite so good.
You know, the kinds of people you'll see asking to speak to the manager at the pearly gates.
I want to talk to the manager.
Now, when I heard there was a rebrand of a popular breakfast chain, I assumed it was going to be Waffle House. You know, for our own safety. I thought they was going to throw some of them glasses up that you see at the corner store for our own safety. Then I thought maybe it might have been First Watch. Maybe First Watch, they add a nice little drive-through so that you can get in and get your food within a year's time. You know what I mean? I have a reservation for First Watch for my daughter's 10th birthday. She just turned 4. But I didn't just make it. I made that when my wife told me that she was pregnant. I made a reservation at First Watch for her 10th birthday. And I got in good because the wait was a little shorter at that particular point in time. I thought it might have been IHOP, you know, just to make it a little bit more churchy, because the IHOP really don't go down as good when it's not right after church. I thought it might have been something like that. Come to find out, it was Cracker Barrel. Now, let's get one thing straight, because I feel like this needs to be said for the duration of the video. Just because y'all let a win doesn't necessarily mean that the left rocks with it. I didn't sign off on any of this. I don't know where that came from. I didn't say make it look like a model home. I didn't say nothing like that. I didn't say, hey, they got Cracker Barrel looking like my house when we about to have company over and I be asleep and my wife just remodeled everything. I come downstairs, I'm like, she sold a house? Did she get renters in while I was gone? Where all the garbage at? know, Malone, point did we say that we like any of this? Let's get that straight. Now, another thing, which is worth weighing in, I saw other brands try and weigh in on the Cracker Barrel rebrand. This from Steak and Shake. The CEO of Cracker Barrel has managed to do something seemingly impossible. She got Americans on both sides of the political spectrum to agree on something. The new rebrand sucks. When the board does not know the brand, like the brand, or respect the brand, they hire the wrong CEO who focuses on all the wrong things. America does not need another bland, soulless, mediocre restaurant chain. Now, up to that point, competing brand had a moment to win and take that crap. You should have just pressed in, but you didn't. Founded in 1969 amid radical social and technological change, Woodstock, the moon landing, Cracker Barrel was at one place designed to stand still, evoking Americana authenticity and wholesomeness. CB's foolish moves designed the resignation of the CEO and the board leaders who hired her, saved Cracker Barrel. Now, Steak and Shake. So let me get this straight. You decide to pick this spot to come in and take shots at another chain and Cracker Barrel. Inject yourself into our political discourse in order to try and save Cracker Barrel, your competitor. What's wrong with you? It was like, really, you felt so tied in to this. You just had to join in to this whole MAGA chorus in order to hustle backwards. Let's talk about all the things Cracker Barrel got going on that we don't. He ain't no good for you. He's been tempted. He has been led astray by the temptation for the last decade. So, you know, huh? Oh, me? Well, I ain't got that paper like he got. You know what I mean? So all them vacations you used to, like we ain't gonna do. Matter of fact, they about to take my house. So honestly, you probably better off going back with him. I'll be honest. I can help rehabilitate him. You would want. Now, one at least feel relief in the whole of this. You know, this whole back and forth online, you know what I mean? We wasn't in it. You know what I mean? We wasn't, my name Bennett and I ain't in it. You know what I mean? So this wasn't us that was getting triggered. Huh? It's a timeless American classic. It's time to bring back the old branding and decor. It's time to make Cracker Barrel great again. What in the Bob Evans? This what you had time for? It's not enough what's going on with your wife in the schools, then finally suddenly finding all them receipts and invoices, or Trump and his administration talking about, we don't really know Byron like that. You know what I mean? We don't, that you don't have enough to worry about out there in Florida. The fact that you behind Casey DeSantis and she ain't even officially declared for the race. You don't have enough to, this is what you want to. I can't wait to see how trash this is about to be.
I think the new logo sucks. I don't even understand it. I saw some of the new renovations. It looks like I saw last night they started changing the menu. Cracker Barrel Old Country Store is a staple of America.
Yes.
Everybody goes there when they're on a highway to go get some good breakfast. Hash brown casserole is amazing. Trust me, I served so much of it when I was in college. People just want to go eat great food and enjoy, you know, just and to change that, because you need to do something new. I think find out it's not going to work. Look, Bob Evans has great breakfast, but Bob Evans and Cracker Barrel are two different stores. Okay. Just let Cracker Barrel be Cracker Barrel. Bring back Uncle Herschel.
I love it, Byron Donalds.
Uncle Herschel, you even know his name? I never met nobody that know his name. We just We just call him Cracker. Did your daddy used to take you to go see Uncle Herschel? Daddy's back. Let's go see Uncle Herschel.
Daddy's back. So and that's what you're going to see.
In college, I worked at Cracker Barrel in Tallahassee. I even gave my life to Christ in their parking lot. Their logo was iconic, and their unique restaurants were a fixture of American culture. No one asked for this woke rebrand. It's time to make Cracker Barrel great again. Byron. Was it the country fried steak? Was it the country fried steak where you knew you had to turn your life around? Was that what it was? Or was it something in the store?
Was it before?
Was it something? Was it the taffy in the store to make you had to decide you had to turn your life around?
I asked everything. Did you see that plate?
Was it the little peg game? Was it the little peg game? You finally figured out the little peg game and said, there must be a Jesus.
Man.
I say this to you way too often, Byron, but you signed up for this one. They finna drag you. Of course, this token Black worked at Crack. He can be called a good one. Maybe he might get that pat on the head again.
You can stay here.
Toby, stay. Toby, stay. Toby, be good now. Toby, be real good.
Listen up, Jigaboo. Stay up, man, sit back. Ain't interested in your medical assessments.
They cooking, Byron. Byron Donalds and Cracker Barrel. I knew old Hope would be driving Miss Daisy. That's a good one. That's a good one. Because he did say it was some ladies by a bus too. So, yeah. Maybe he did find his new calling and jump in the driver's seat. Byron Donalds is a pro at Tim Wise. Yo, get me in trouble out here. Oh, look at Jarvis George down here. And CCC, man. Byron Donald's official response to the new Cracker Barrel logo. And that should be mentioned as well. The amount of triggering for a yellow blob. I mean, really, it's a yellow. They didn't put no black people on there. Ain't no interracial kids on there. Ain't no LGBTQ flags on there. It's a yellow blob. And I'll be honest, yellow blob really applies. Well, you know what I mean? Any of the Cracker Barrel experience, yellow blob, you know what I mean? That fits for me. I don't understand why that would be that triggering. Just met Jesus in a Cracker Barrel parking lot. He says Byron Donald still owes him $5. I think you could get that whole outfit in the store.
Right.
Byron Donald's hearing the news about the Cracker Barrel logo. And that was a quote tweet to bro got cracked at a Cracker Barrel parking lot. Gosh, you were a busy guy. In 1996, you started college, worked at Cracker Barrel, and in 1997, you were arrested for dealing. You managed to get a break on that crime, but 3 years later, you decided it was a brilliant idea to attempt to defraud a bank. Huh.
I would give your life to Cracker Barrel.
You know, Byron, you did say you served a lot of that when you was in college. You was definitely serving. You was definitely serving. You want to talk about that? You want to talk about that, Byron? And of all the times that you really could have taken issue with something at Cracker Barrel, this deserves to be mentioned as well. You should be more upset about them serving this unseasoned chicken.
Oh my God.
That's right. That's right. Nobody said a word about the herb chicken. Ain't nobody said nothing. Nobody said nothing about the herb chicken. And nobody said nothing about the fact that half of the last table's meal is on this menu still. No, ain't nobody said nothing. You know what I mean? Honestly, you could go to Cracker Barrel and eat for free just scraping off the menu. Life hack.
Florida U.S. Representative Byron Donalds is highly upset about the logo change on Cracker Barrel. He said, in college, I worked at Cracker Barrel in Tallahassee. I even gave my life to Christ in their parking lot. Sir, you're doing too much. Christ does not care about Cracker Barrel. He cares about Chick-fil-A.
I mentioned a lot of breakfast places up at the outset, but Cracker Barrel not even our spot.
No, not even a little bit.
Cracker Barrel not even our spot, and you still caping for him.
Byron Donalds is not a real person, because what the fuck do you mean you gave your life to Jesus Christ in a parking lot of a Cracker Barrel in Tallahassee? That sounds like something Jordan Peele would come up with, just horror movie, brother. Is everything okay? Okay, for whatever reason, as usual, because this is what conservatives like to hang on to, right? This is what conservatism is about. This is what they're trying to conserve. They're upset that Cracker Barrel has changed their logo. Do I give a damn? Absolutely not. Do you give a damn? Absolutely not. But whatever, here we are. And the idea is, I guess, as usual, they think this is connected to some woke reason, a little woke rebrand, right? Here's the comparison. Listen, if you want to call the new logo ugly, you want to say you don't like it, cool. But all this woke, that guy, y'all use woke like a... Now, here's my point actually about Byron Donalds that I want to land home, okay? Deep this. I saved this for last because only the ones that can see past surface level are going to get this. Byron Donalds, as a black man in America, brother, I don't know if you know this. I mean, anybody can go to a Cracker Barrel. Anybody can go to a Waffle House. But from what I've learned is, you know, there are distinctions, differences, you know? Cracker Barrel seems to be for, I guess, the people that look like the guy that used to be there, you know? Country folks, drinking a beer, white man, right? And when you blow a gasket over this, and we also have you on video calling Trump daddy, and we know that you are one of those tokens for that grand old party of majority white folks. You see where we're going? When you start coming off like Samuel L. Jackson's Django, I gave my life to Christ in the parking lot of a Cracker Barrel. It's not looking very good. It's not looking very good, Byron.
Now, Byron, I can maybe understand why you might have some allegiance to Cracker Barrel, given that that's where you found the Holy Spirit, you know, somewhere by that water fountain that's misplaced in between the two bathrooms in that corridor with a set. I can understand why you might have some particular allegiance to Cracker Barrel, but I have to ask some questions about how that all. You said you found Jesus in the parking lot.
The big brown apron with with my name on it. She goes, "Oh, you're Byron. I just was praying in the car and wrote a story about you." So totally, I don't even tell this part of it because it's so long. I remember, she just said, God just saying he's praying for you. God's saying, he's with you. Don't leave him. Keep praying. Stay in it. When I gave my life to Christ, it was September 2nd, 2001.
Oh my God.
I was waiting on this table. It was like a revival. This
Not the Christ Network. Not even to Black Jesus. You know what I mean? Come on, cuz. I pressed the button. I see how much I can squeeze in before I gotta get off the computer again.
Cracker Barrel has rebranded. And as this Twitter, I thought social media was going to blame this minimalistic logo on millennials until I remembered that for stuff that middle America sounds like something that would be served at Cracker Barrel very widely. See, even though other brands have switched up their images in a similar fashion the last few years, when Cracker Barrel changed its interior, for instance, into something that doesn't look like a racial slur is said by the doors, restaurant buzzer, pager, coaster things play banjo music to alert you when your table has life to Christ in their parking lot. Their locations. I feel God in this Chili Tonight meme in real life saying, no one even asked for this rebrand without asking for the Epstein files to be released, mind you. And hold on, what if this was a sign for a place that looks like a museum that preserves the history of slave auctions? All because conservatives think that Cracker Barrel and museums are
educational. Henry VIII and Yap. Make sure you flex on all your friends. Dripped out in our fresh garments. Hit us up, my guys. We are low-key flexing with free entry. See you soon, chat.
And whether or not conservatives even like them. I recently took the Wiggins family to the Field Museum in Chicago, and that place wasn't shy about its beliefs. Evidently, scientists, archaeologists, and researchers are under the impression that climate change is real, the Neanderthal is from Europe and has Caucasian-colored skin, and we are on native land. Doesn't seem like something MAGA would be into, you know. Then I realized that library. In the summer of 2014, Pew Research said 73% of consistent liberals and 23% of consistent conservatives rate proximity to museums and galleries. Always been like this.
This museum is a beautiful tribute to so many American heroes. It's amazing to see. We did a pretty comprehensive tour, but not comprehensive enough. Solani, I'll be back. I told you that because I could stay here for a lot longer, believe me. It's really incredible. This tour was a meaningful reminder of why we have to fight bigotry, intolerance, and hatred in all of its very ugly forms.
That was President Donald Trump after he visited the National Museum of African American History and Culture in 2017. Then he referred to the museum as incredible, done with love, praised abolition. But even with that, it's ironic how shutting down or switching up the Smithsonian will keep Donald and his supporters from learning about a past they already don't know.
White people, we honestly, we really don't understand. We don't. And then Black people are like, I don't have to explain this to you. And it's like, maybe you do. Maybe you do. And white people, even though you may not have been responsible, sit there and listen long enough to understand why.
Abby Phillips, a Black woman, tried to explain it to her. Only 1% of U.S. citizens owned slaves in 1860 thing that was all over the internet a week ago. I'm denigrating all of humanity by pointing out that 98% of American white people in 1860 didn't perpetuate slavery? Yes. And we know not all white people in chains who couldn't enslave themselves. Also, in children who weren't able to or allowed to own property, because that's what Black people were at that time, which is unique to U.S. chattel slavery, by the way. Yet, wives and offspring did households owned almost 4 million people. Oh, and to take, well, many white Confederates died of the Smithsonian museums. Let's look at what they would consider to be acceptable in terms of America's accomplished, rich history.
I am John Adams, blunt in the Continental Congress. They called me obnoxious and disliked. I call it telling the truth. Facts are stubborn things, and whatever may be our wishes or inclinations, they cannot alter the state of facts. In other words, friend,
facts by Clink. Open a museum. John Adams that owned slave feelings. Would he have shot Ben Shapiro? According to its own website, PragerU Kids is an approved source of educational materials in 10 states, with more to come. And that includes Oklahoma, the state where Ryan Walters, who decides on K-12 public school curriculum, is still trying to figure out how all that years ago, and some want reinstall.
No. Slavery is as old as time and has taken place in every corner of the world, even amongst the people I just left. Being taken as a slave is better than being killed, no? I don't see the...
They were cannibals, according to your opinions. I don't know why something like that would be used to justify a genocide, but called its original inhabitants savages in founding documents, ate it up.
I've had it with white people that triple trumped, that have the nerve to a Mexican restaurant, a Chinese restaurant, an Indian restaurant, go to perhaps their gay hair, anything but Cracker Barrel.
And to be clear, there's no evidence that the Caribs, the Kalinago people, ate roasted human flesh. Insert joke about Cracker Barrel's menu here, not me from the past thinking that I could come up with, I ain't got nothing. However, seems like conservatives still like museums just as long as they can take a preferred piece, move it around, jump it over parts they don't like, then remove what they don't need. Like that peg game at Cracker Barrel. So I could come up with that, but not a joke. Hey, is this how the right would like to handle hard history?
You want to walk into the Air and Space Museum and talk about the 2 Challengers that exploded, or do you want to talk about?
You read about it. You read
yes,
about there.
but it could be over in the left. Yes, but it could be over in the left-hand corner. You want to walk in and say, "We were the first country to put a person on the moon. We were the first country to do this." And yes, then in the corner you talk about the things that we screwed up. That's the truth.
Going back to U.S. chattel slavery and moving forward from emancipation, what should museums like the Smithsonian highlight? Freedom and liberty? Upholding the Constitution? Okay. Then that would leave Black codes, Jim Crow, convict leasing, sharecropping, the war on drugs, and the crime bill relegated to the bottom left corner. I made a video months ago about middle America wanting to discuss Jackie Robinson breaking the color barrier without acknowledging how and why the barrier. Ricky deserves a lot of credit, sure does, but only a white man at that time had the power to do anything about it at all. Question, based on another video of mine, following the Nottoway plantation fire, what if that property was restored and told the story about how the family that built what became a resort participated in and benefited from the slave trade? Do you think people would still get married there? Of course not. The luxury aesthetic doesn't lie in transparency. Owning people was the symbol. Middle America can't celebrate an emancipation they claim is the hope and progress that they want to see. Otherwise, this country enabled the history of a traitorous nation to be honored and heralded with monuments. Statues dedicated to Confederate generals and soldiers were erected in front of state capitals, courthouses, and city halls, places where Black people were trying to gain to run. It's the same reason why we can't even keep Emmett Till's memorial sign from being shot up.
A kind of warning shot, a way for racists to mark their territory. And the Confederate monument that Trump is obsessed with in DC is the leader of in DC's Judiciary Square, just across the street from a statue of Abraham Lincoln.
You don't find that museum right to serve as recreation to contribute to the quality of life of the areas where they are situated, and so on. Museums are institutions dedicated to preserving and interpreting the primary tangible evidence of humankind and the environment. And you would think that conservatives know this, but
I saw this on how far we've come since slavery. Our country is a country of progress, and it's the greatest country in the world. And we should be able to take our kids, our students through the Smithsonian and feel.
In the United States, established in 1873. And while we're talking about origin stories, Lindsay
things. So I actually got two more, but they're kind of, whatever. They're really short. And I gotta get off because I got Produce Justice. So I want to talk to Mr. Bobby. And I gotta get off the thing because Jesse told me to. Said I have some limited time schedule. Okay, what is this?
Is this you discussing Indian blood? We're going to judge people by whether they have Indian blood qualified to run a gaming casino or not?
That probably is me, absolutely. Because I'll tell you what, if you look at your great wisdom have approved, I will tell you right now, they don't look like Indians to me, and they don't look like the Indians. Now, maybe we say politically correct or not politically correct. They don't look like Indians to me, and they don't look like Indians to Indians. And a lot of people are laughing at it, and you're telling how tough it is, how rough it is to get approved. Well, you go up to Connecticut, and you look. Now, they don't look like Indians to me, sir.
Thank God that's not the test of whether or not people have rights in this country or not, whether or not they pass your look test.
Depends whether, yeah, depends whether or not you're approving it, sir.
No, it's not a question whether I'm approving it. It's not a question whether I'm approving it. Mr. Trump, you know in the history of this country where we've heard this discussion before, they don't look Jewish to me.
Oh, really?
They don't look Indian to me. They don't look Italian to me.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the test for whether people could go into business or not go into business, whether they could get a bank loan. You're too black, you're not black enough.
He wasn't wrong though. The $5 Indian. Sorry, one more. Sorry, I'm laughing. I'm gonna play because he just needs to restart his shit. Word. You just see me pressing this button like, come on, God. I'm before I give up. Okay, this is important, family. It's only 11 minutes and I'm gone. Anytime now.
Keeping railroad tracks safe is supposed to be their job.
Like our rule book, they say was written in blood.
But the biggest railroads want to do it
The
less.
Class 1 railroads have requested a safety waiver to reduce visual track inspections from twice a week to twice a month.
Nobody in the rail industry on the executive side can explain why that's rational.
Big Rail, it seems, wants to go automated.
They use this creative language of automated track inspections.
Automated track inspection.
Autonomous track testing.
Automated track inspection systems.
A lot of people are under the idea that this can look for all the defects and it will find all the defects, but that's not what's happening.
This is the story about the fight over rail safety in America today.
We're averaging 3 reportable derailments a day in this country. Every single day, we have the opportunity for an East Palestine 3 times. And for some reason, the rail industry is okay with that.
The rail titans trying to call the shots.
They're all $1 billion a quarter type revenue. They're giant corporations.
And the technology they're trying to push in the name of safety.
I would not think minimizing us out there in replacement for a geometry car would be a good idea at all.
Because for big business, safety costs money.
The idea that this vulture capitalism is okay, that this greed before everything else and safety is nuts.
But the question is,
they're not allowed to ands or buts about that.
You do realize when people new come into town, they're like, oh, wow, there's a train. How close is it? And I'm like, we're kind of surrounded.
Tyler Pavich is a railroad worker in Nebraska.
A track inspector gets a territory, and that's their responsibility. You were in charge of inspecting all and making sure that train traffic can move safely.
Track inspectors work for the railroad companies, visually inspecting track for defects and unsafe conditions, conditions that could cause train derailments.
There's something about having a small territory, noticing subtle things that are hints to something major. That's where you almost want inspectors out there more, to get more familiar, not less.
But less visual inspections is exactly what Big Rail has been pushing for.
Track inspectors are required on the highest classes in the United States of rail. They're required to do 2 inspections per week.
Tony Cardwell is the president of the union that represents these rail workers, the Brotherhood of Maintenance of Way Employees Division of the Teamsters.
The carrier's asking for those inspections to be reduced to twice a month. 75% reduction in the required inspections.
In April, some of the biggest rail companies in the country submitted a safety waiver petition to the Federal Railroad Administration through an industry group known as
Association of American Railroads.
And the AAR is often times the group that's doing most or all of the lobbying for the railroads. So they represent Union Pacific Railroad, they represent Norfolk Southern Railroad, Pacific Railroad, Canadian National, CSN, so all the major railroads. The untold secret is that, velocity is everything in their world.
The reason the AAR wants the waiver is the number one thing slowing down trains is having your people out on the track in front of them.
Roy Morrison is the safety director for the BMW ED.
If they can take, it's really just to try and make money for the railroads.
The rail carriers want instead to rely more on what they're calling automated track inspection technology.
The railroads started pushing trying automated track inspection 2018. And what it actually is track geometry measurement.
Track geometry makes up just one part of the FRA's track safety standards.
So it's measuring the distance between this rail and this rail. That's the gauge. It's checking the degree of a curve, and it's checking the elevation of that curve, and then it's checking the alignment. So it's making sure that this piece of tangent track is straight and not curvy or wavy. This track geometry measurement is really nothing more than a really fancy tape measure. And it does a really good job at that, which is why we actually support bringing on the technology. We just don't think that it can safely replace a human track inspection at this point.
That's because train derailments are not just caused by defects in track geometry.
This is my compliance manual, my engineering manual for how I inspect tracks, the standard that they need to be maintained to, and this much is what that geometry car can find.
That means track inspectors are responsible for identifying all the other potential defects, the ones that these track geometry measurements
turn out, or the switch. It's not looking at the vegetation around it. It's not looking at any drainage. These ties, the fasteners that are holding them, these two joint bars right here in this curve, the machine can't look for those things.
The National Transportation Safety Board has said that track geometry measurement systems are only intended to supplement, not replace inspectors physically examining a track.
You know, they're looking for just 6 defects out of 23 total, regulatorily required, and then there's plenty of other things that aren't required by regulation that track inspectors look for.
More advanced forms of automated track inspection do exist, types that go beyond track geometry, that could help inspectors keep rail safe.
There's LiDAR, there's high speed, but that's not what AAR is asking for. And they did that on purpose. Like they want the bar as low as possible.
A BMW ED analysis of 10 years of FRA derailment data shows why relying solely on track geometry measurement systems could lead to disaster.
So total, we had 1,284 derailments in those 10 years. We identified.
I have to pause right here. Because I gotta get off the computer. I have a busy day today. And yeah, I told you I was on time frame. Get over here. Don't worry. I will be back. Probably not. I don't know when, actually, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. I know I got a busy ass afternoon, so I know that's for sure. Hold on a second. Okay, so thanks for hanging out, little eyeballs. See you. Thank you for watching the RVA, the Revolutionary Agenda. Join us hopefully tonight for Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced at, I don't remember what time it is. Just look for the notifications. I believe it's at 7 Mountain. I believe. Join us for that. So what they Shabaka for letting me use this platform again. And that was RIP. And then also, I think, not positive, don't hold me to it, but we may have another episode of Frontline Black News at our scheduled hour 10. Not sure. Maybe Jesse be at the Black House with me, or at the Dollhouse with me. Not sure. Not really knowing. But I do know I got a busy ass day. And I gotta get off the computer because he told me I had to get off by a certain time. So, stay black, stay dangerous, obviously. It's Tuesday. Have a good morning. You know, just to be productive, constructive. And yeah. Thank you for staying with me on the Revolutionary Agenda. I had the giggles. It was cool. It was great. I had fun. Sorry about the hat. This is really good hair. So yeah, probably be back. I'll see the next time I get to the next time I get a chance. We'll see. Might not be this week. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, stay black, stay dangerous, stay favored. Talk to you guys probably on Wishabagas or Frontline Black News. So yeah.